Jen here with California Baby Love. Today I'm 37 weeks and 1 day pregnant, and I'm going to do a pregnancy tag that I found online that seemed interesting, that has some good questions. So I'll get right into it. The first question is, how did you feel when you found out you were pregnant? I felt super excited when I found out I was pregnant, but I also felt like I didn't want to let myself believe it was real yet. I didn't want to let myself get too excited because my husband and I had been trying for almost a full year when I did get pregnant, and we had a couple of losses along the way. And so when that happens to you, it really, you just want to protect yourself from getting like too overjoyed and believing that it's real and talking about it too much, because until you hit those certain marks along the way, to know that you're in the safe zone to talk about it. So the second question is, how did you tell the daddy? Well, it's funny how I found out. I thought that I had started my period, so I didn't think I was pregnant. And but then it went away really fast, and it only lasted for like a day or two of spotting. And so a couple days after that happened, I was thinking, that's weird, like that was a really short period. So I ended up taking a test. It was a Saturday morning, and it came up positive. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't even believe it. But like I said before, I didn't want to get myself too worked up and excited. And my husband had been on that emotional roller coaster with me, you know, throughout the past year. So I kind of waited a couple hours, and I actually went out shopping, and I went to Marshall's and of course I ended up in the baby section, and I bought an outfit. And when I came home, I showed my husband what I had bought, and that's basically how I told him. So it was really fun. The third question is, did you wait the 3 months to announce your pregnancy? Absolutely, we did, because for us, we were just when we had been trying in the year prior, the first time that we found out that we were pregnant, before I miscarried, we had told what we thought was just like our close friends, but it ended up being kind of a big group of people, and we had told our families. And so it was sort of heartbreaking to then have to break the news to them afterwards that it didn't stick. So we were very close-lipped about it until we got some test results back in the end of the first trimester, beginning of the second trimester. The fourth question is this your first pregnancy? Well, yes, I think I would consider this my first pregnancy, because the other miscarriages I had happened so early on that this is the first time I've experienced being pregnant all the way through till 9 months. The fifth question is, do you want more children after this one? Yeah, we would love more children. I mean, it's not in our hands, but we would love that. The sixth is, will you find out the gender? Yes, we will. And the gender is a baby girl. So we found out, we had some genetic testing done. We had the Harmony test done, actually, which tests for 3 genetic markers, and it also will tell you with like absolute certainty the sex of the baby. So we had that done, I think, at 13 or 14 weeks. So we actually found out a little earlier than most people find out by doing the ultrasound, which can reveal the gender. Since we had the Harmony test done, we got those results pretty early. The seventh question is, do you want a boy or a girl? Well, we would have been overjoyed with boy or a girl, but my husband actually had an inkling that it was a girl, and I sort of thought it was going to be a boy, but he knew, and he even went out and bought me for my birthday some girly onesie baby clothes before we even had gotten the gender results back, and so he really was pretty sure. The eighth question is, do you have names picked, and what's the story behind them? Well, we do have a name picked, and it was not easy picking the name because it felt like a really big decision. You know, this little person is gonna grow up and this name's gonna be stuck with them the rest of their life, and so we both felt strongly that it was a big choice to make, but it wasn't easy. It took us a few months of looking at names, and we had a list going, and my husband felt really strongly about certain names, and so we did pick a name, and I'm not going to reveal it yet because it's a secret. We haven't told anybody what the name is, so it's just one of those little surprises that I feel like it'll be special. Like when she comes out, then we can give her the name and she can own it, and then she'll be here, and that'll be that. And I guess part of me wanted to avoid getting a lot of opinions from like family members and friends or people's like associations with the name. I just wanted to keep it kind of pure and let it be our baby girl's name until, you know, when she's here and she can have it. 9, my favorite part of being pregnant. My favorite part of being pregnant is just feeling this little life inside of me, feeling her move around and kick, and just knowing that she's in there is really special. And it's hard to describe until you feel that, but it's amazing. So I'd say that's my favorite part. Another thing that I really like, my second favorite, is probably just getting to relax a little on my diet, because before I was pregnant, I was just really careful about what I ate, and I still am to a certain degree, but I've relaxed a little bit. Like, I love frozen yogurt, and we go through that. We go through a lot of frozen yogurt in this house, and you know, I had pizza last night and I didn't worry about it. Whereas before I would have been a little like, oh, I gotta work out today, you know, but right now I just been cutting myself some slack, and it's been kind of fun. Number 10 is, what is your birth plan? Well, I don't have a strict birth plan per se. I don't even think that I'm going to type it up and print it out to give to the hospital staff, because it's just a couple of things that I'd like to have happen, and I think that my husband and I can communicate it when we're in the hospital. The things are, is I really like there to be some dim, low lighting just to make the room feel calm. I really want a serene, like positive energy in the room. I would like to have music playing, so we're going to bring some speakers, and my husband Ben's going to put together a playlist with some just relaxing music, maybe like some Buddha bar and some like low jazz music, and just you know, whatever. I guess he'll be in charge of putting that together, and I'll give him some suggestions. But the third thing is that I feel like I would like to labor in my own nightgown, and maybe at some point, like when it actually comes time to give birth, I'll have to put on the hospital gown. But as far as if I'm spending hours laboring around the room or getting in and out of the tub, I'd like to be in my own clothes, because I think I'll feel more comfortable. And the fourth thing is, I have a really close girlfriend and another friend of my husband's who's a massage therapist, and we've talked to them about possibly having them come into the room, but I'm not for sure that I want anybody else in there besides the nurses and my husband. Right now I feel like it's going to be a very private, intimate sort of experience, and I'm going to wait and see and have them as an option. If I feel that I need the support from the extra, you know, women in my life, then I'll have them come in, but I might just have it be me and my husband, and so we'll see how that goes. I don't feel like I need to make a decision today on that one. And I guess the major thing of the birth plan is that I'm open to having a natural birth, but I'm also open to having an epidural. If I'm laboring for hours on end and I'm feeling exhausted, and or like the pain threshold is just higher than I can take, then absolutely I'll get an epidural. But I'm not going into it thinking I'm definitely getting an epidural. I'm just open to either way. If it happens quick and I'm only in labor a couple of hours and I can handle the pain, then I'll go natural. Number 11 is, will you breastfeed? Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to breastfeeding, and I know that there's a lot of challenges that come with breastfeeding that probably won't be discovered until I'm actually doing it and trying to figure it out. So I just look at that as like something I would love to do. I'm going to do my best to do it, and if it works out, it does. If not, then, you know, we'll do whatever is right for the baby. Number 12 is, do you plan on going back to work or stay at home when the baby is born? Well, I'm on maternity leave now, and I get 3 months of maternity leave after the baby comes, so I'll be staying at home with her for that time. 13 is, will you make your own baby food? I would love to make my own baby food, and I totally envision myself like steaming carrots and spinach and blending them together and freezing them up, and we'll see. I have a lot of aspirations of things, you know, that I want to do for the family, like cooking dinner every night and having a clean home. But I also know from talking to moms and going to a lot of baby classes that I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself to have all that stuff done perfectly, because I'm sure I won't even know how busy it's going to be until baby gets here. So yeah, I would like to make my own baby food, but if I have to buy it too, that's all right. 14 is, do you have any ideas for the nursery? I do. Our nursery is all done. Our colors were beige, light gray, and light pink. And so pretty much I did one accent wall in a light gray, and then all the other colors in the room were white and beige. The rug is beige and gray. The draperies are beige and gray pattern. And then I used accents of pink. So her crib has like 2 pink drawers on the bottom. On top of her dresser, she has a pink changing pad. Her sheets are chevron, pink and white. So it's the pink is like accents and pops of pink that pull it together. So that's our nursery. And I've done a couple other videos actually filming in the nursery, so you can check those out and see what our nursery looks like. So that's it for the pregnancy tag. Thanks for watching. And since I'm here, I think I'll also just give a quick update on being 37 weeks and 1 day pregnant. Up until this point, I have felt so good in this pregnancy. I really can't complain. I mean, I did not have morning sickness, which was amazing, and I've had a lot of energy most of the time, but the past couple of days there has been a slight shift. I've noticed my hips are feeling really painful in the back, and it's not like an achy back pain or a crampy pain. It's like the ligaments in my hips are loosening up, which is interesting. You know, my body's really preparing for baby, so it's been painful to walk, and I'm dealing with it. You know, the first couple days that I felt that way, I was trying to really stretch it out and like kind of like twisting and like stretching it, and I think I inflamed it and made it worse because it was really painful that night to walk at all. And so the past like 2 days, I've just been really taking it easy, putting a heat pad on and off of it for like 15 minutes at a time, and just being really careful not to like overextend. And it's been a lot more bearable. It hurts to walk, but I can walk. I just take it easy. So that's the only complaint or like really noticeable change in symptoms that I've had at 37 weeks. So far so good. I think that my body's preparing for baby. So I'll give you guys the belly shot. You can see it's from the side and the front. The stripes really help to accentuate. Well, thanks for watching, and tune in for more vlogs on our baby and family. Our baby is due any day now, so hopefully she stays in a couple more weeks, because I'd like to get a little distance between her birthday and Christmas, just with the holidays being so crazy. But any day that she comes will be the best day ever. So see you later.